So it's actually sunny for once in Sweden, as you can see. Sun is shining, clouds are fluffy, so that's good. So today we will be working on something way more fitting with the weather, make things grow, which is a mill hill kit. It's actually on perforated paper, it's upside down, everything is upside down. And this is how far we are at the start of the day. And so let's see how far we can get. I'll probably be focusing on... I have no idea. I mean, I need to finish this thread first thing. And then I'll probably continue on with the ground. Yay! No, I don't know, we'll see. It's not the most exciting ground, but it is good. Actually, I first started using railroading on this kit because the perforated paper makes your stitches, if you look here, these are the first stitches I ever made. They are very unpleasant. But if you look over here, they're much more regular. And that's because I realised that on perforated paper there is no escape. Your fabric will not cover you, so this is the back. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is week 2 of Maynia, so a different project every day until the 23rd. So yeah, it should be fun. We are still on personal lockdown for another week. The government has asked nicely. They cannot tell you what to do, but they can ask nicely. So not much planned, but we might go for a walk later. Please don't mind the dishwasher sounds in the background. So it smells something really. Yesterday I worked on this piece and I managed to get quite a lot of the purple background here. Not here, but here. And I think all of this leaf might have been yesterday. Managed to connect the stalks together, and I did quite a lot of brown here. Actually had to frog all of this section and restitch it because I had somehow managed to mess up which way the stitches go. Actually know how I messed it up, because when I'm stitching on the perforated paper it's hard to hold it this way, so I do sometimes hold it this way, and obviously then your stitches are going the wrong way, so you have to be very awake. And clearly I wasn't. But still, I'm slowly filling in this third of the design, this tomato plant. And then I'll be able to move on to some carrots. I'm putting this away and I'm getting something new to start now. So I decided, since it was a Sunday and I have lots of stitching time, that it was a good idea to start something bigger. So I decided to start Mirabilia's Royal Holiday. I'm really nervous. I'm unbelievably nervous. Let's get this fabric in a hoop and let's get started. So this is how far we have travelled in our 2 hours of cross stitching. It does not feel like a lot to show for 2 hours, does it? It is about, I guess I would say about 200 and maybe 300 stitches. It still does not feel like very much. So we are, I believe, based on my detective work, here. So let me just pick and place here. Can you see we've got the little swirls? I honestly don't know where the day went because I mean, I've only managed to stitch for 2 hours today. I did do some exercise and I obviously did a lot of cleaning because it's Sunday, but still. Also, if you can tell that my voice has changed, it's because of Austen. I watched Emma yesterday, I'm reading Emma now, I read Persuasion yesterday and the day before, so we're on a bit of an Austen binge at the moment. Actually, it was the first time I've ever read Persuasion end to end. It's not my favourite, I must admit. Anyway, so I made a working copy of the chart because the chart is all, it's 2 sides of a huge piece of paper, and I'm not really into that. So I made a working copy, but my working copy isn't very good. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I suppose I'll figure it out eventually. But for now, on my first working copy page, I'm doing alright. It's going to take me a while anyway, it's huge. Hopefully I'll manage to do some more on this today, but if not, obviously then tomorrow it's a new piece. So we are now 3 hours in total in, so I did an extra hour last night. It was like an hour, 10 minutes. And it's looking like a lot of different shades of beige, but I'm actually really proud of it and I'm really enjoying it. It looks pretty darn good and it's quite fun to stitch as well, which I wasn't expecting. So we'll see, but I might be getting on the Mirabilia hype train. We'll have to see how this goes. It is still quite a small area of a dress that I've stitched, given that it, you know, but it was only one day. Oh, I'm very tired. It is Monday now. Monday there's me. 10th of May, 8:51. Hi guys. I'm just getting ready to start work, or well, I started work about 5 minutes ago by making a cup of tea. I will finish this thread. And then I will swap it out for a new start. So this is the new start I've chosen for today. It is a tall house for May with some lovely flowers and bumblebees. I thought this one didn't look as much like rain as the others, so. You guys, I did it. I finished it in one day. Look at that. It's 3 hours of stitching and it looks amazing. I had to substitute the red for more of a dark pink. I didn't have the red at all in any of my projects. And also this orange I had to steal from the project that I call Endless Orange Skies, but which is actually called Unicorn Valley of the Waterfalls, which I'm stitching tomorrow, I think. So that's kind of cool. But I didn't think it would miss, you know, a length. It looks amazing. I'm so happy I managed to finish it in a day. Actually, I was just at an online cross-stitching group. The group was in Swedish. Both Stitching Becca and Linda's, is it 144 Hobbies? They were both there, as were loads of other really cool and interesting people as well. So I struggled through with my really bad Swedish, but it was so cool to see them there. Yeah, and also I got to finish today. This took just less than 3 hours. It took 2 hours and 50 minutes and it looks amazing and I'm so excited. And I don't think I'd made a mistake. I mean, I had to frog. For some reason I couldn't get these flowers in the right place. Like this one, and this one, when I put the first yellow stitch in, I would always go the wrong way. And then it would always end up one stitch too low or too high, or this one hit this flower at one point. I don't know what was going on in my brain. It's quite late though, so. But it looks amazing and I'm really happy, and it, yeah, that's it really. It looks good and I'm happy. That's all you need. So tomorrow is a whip. Tomorrow we are working on we will be working on this beautiful beast. So obviously I will roll it up so that you can't see the top anymore. So I thought I would show you now, before I roll it up, what it looks like. And we are, so originally I worked left for right on row 1, and I wanted to work, right to left on row 2. As you can see, I abandoned that. That's because it got saggy in the middle, something about the tension. So we'll be working from left to right from now on. And I am pretty happy. It's looking good. I love these birds. They look amazing. And yeah, we've got a lot of white to do here. This is where the waterfall begins. Actually, you can see it kind of here. Do you want to see the back while it's unrolled? Actually, maybe not, because then I have to. Here's a bit of the back. Whee! See, it's not too bad. You can see I did carry a bit more in the beginning than I did later on. This bit here is actually bumpy at the back because every single stitch in this square is a different colour. I can't show you, but these feet are actually hard. But the rest is really nice. But yeah, so tomorrow, picking up our needles and moving over to this project. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while. Look how many threads are in this square. It's been non-stop confetti this whole section, and all of this section too. I'm looking forward to some darker browns and some less colour variation. The shrimps are not very interested in my offering of banana. Behold, here is a shrimp. You see him? Oh, here. Oh, shrimp coming in hot to investigate the top. of the spear. But the food is on the bottom. Dum dum dum. We do have some activity over here. You won't be able to see them. There's 2 shrimps over there in the dark corner trying to decide if it's worth it to risk themselves in the dangerous environment of my aquarium where nothing happens to get some banana, which is their favourite snack, or not. Today, it looks like fear will win over banana. But luckily the bananas are shedding like crazy. So I think there'll probably still be banana post removal of this banana itself. I'm going to leave it in there for an hour and see if any shrimps become interested when I'm gone, because they are very shy. It must be sneaky, but there we are indeed. Shrimps, you see them? 2. I think there's more on the other side. Yeah, there's one. Can you see him peeking out? Ooh, there we go. Aren't they gorgeous? They're blue jellies, so they're the cheaper blue option. And they are about to lose their supper because it's been in there too long now and must be removed. Oh no, look, there's more on the bottom. They're so cute. But yes, they are about to lose their supper. And then their very sick friend in this aquarium, you see him? He's very sick. He is going to get a tiny piece for him, so he doesn't feel as sick. I'm very glad because actually I removed him when he first got sick, which was very prudent because it's a very communicative disease, it's very infectious. And then he looked to be better. It's also very obvious when they're sick. They seem to grow like a fungus on the bottom of them. It's actually a parasite. But he seemed to get better, so I was thinking, you know, should I take him back into the tank or not? And I thought, no, you know what, I don't want to take risks. This disease is so dangerous. There's no known cure, and it kills them very quickly. Or, well, actually it kills them very slowly. So I didn't want to do that. So I didn't. And luckily, that was a good decision because he's sick again. It never actually went away. But good news is the rest of the shrimps are safe. That is good news. Yesterday I only managed to get, oh, this had a needle on it. I only managed to get about 110 stitches done. I did not have a very productive day. It was a lot of confetti, as you can see, a lot of different shades of brown and orange and red, dark red, but no, I'm not very happy with this progress, so oh well. I'm so sorry to Unicorn Valley of the Waterfalls. I was very busy. I had meetings until 7:30, then I cooked, then I ate, then it was 8:30, then I played some computer games, and then I went to bed. Anyway, this is our project for today. I haven't decided which one to do, but given that yesterday was all confetti all the time, I might just do this one or this one. They're both quite simple. But there's less counting with this one, I think. Or I guess I could count all of the dark browns. And then there's no counting for the light browns. We'll see. You will remember me saying that I was going to do this one because there was less counting. And somehow I managed to do all of the bits with counting. There's just a tiny bit of counting left here at the bottom, where the crumbs are falling off. And then I just need to fill in with this colour and with the red. But it is looking a lot more like a jammy dodger. So today is Thursday. I think it's the 13th. Could be the 11th. Could be the 12th. Let's check. Yeah, it's the 13th of May. So we will be starting a new project. I think today we'll be doing something on even weave. But right now I have a headache. So I'm not sure. It woke me up. Headaches that wake you up are never a good sign, right? So I'm very tired. I'm probably going to have a nap later. But right now, I think I'm just going to continue sitting on the couch and reading cross-stitcher magazines. Which is what I've been doing so far. But the threads, I don't enjoy the feel of whatever the free threads, the free gift threads are that cross-stitcher uses. They feel very silky. But they do look good. The quality of the stitches seems really good, so yeah. Really enjoyed doing this one actually. It's just a shame I can't finish it. I have to put it away. Yes, I've got to show you that yesterday the needle minders I bought on Etsy showed up. Are they not gorgeous? This is for Royal Holiday. raspberry piece, and this is for a picnic one I'll be doing later. I am so happy with this purchase. They are gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. This is the shop if you wanted to buy your own, and they came really quickly. They came even through customs just so quickly. So I love them. So this lighthouse says it's on even weave, but I think we can all agree that this is very clearly linen. So bad permin, you should know the difference. They actually do make fabric to buy separately. So the middle is somewhere around here, I think. No, somewhere around here. So we're going to be starting with a light bluey grey, I think. It's on this line. Okay, so we're probably starting here on this wave or cloud. I found the centre of my fabric, and I'm just about to do the first stitch and then get a cup of tea, and as I said, go back to the couch because although my head feels better, it's not 100% yet. For some reason, I tried to park on this design. Now, if you've forgotten what it looks like, I'll just show it again. This design. This one, where everything is in either diagonal or straight lines. I decided to park. I'm an insane person, so now I'm going to be going through and making sure that all of these part threads are no longer parked. I'm going to start this way because I really want to reach the left-hand side of the thing and then start moving in. Maybe I'll park then in left to right. But I mean, seriously, what was I thinking? What an absolute, crazy idea, especially to start parking from the middle. Anyway, this has been an hour's progress. I'm loving working with these blues and greys. It's really calming, so yay. So this is 2 hours of effort. As you can see, I've cleared off most of the part threads on the left-hand side, and there is only the right-hand side threads still to go. This is the very beginning of the rock here, and this is the wave crashing over it. So I'm going to finish going left, I think, and then go down. So I'm going to leave these 3 maybe here. I haven't decided yet. Because these will lead up to, and in fact this is, I think, just about to begin the house. The darker shading on the house. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. It's looking really good. There's a lot of backstitch still to go, of course. But, yeah, most of the backstitches, I think, in the bottom half of the picture. So, if I finish the half of the bottom left quarter, then I can do the backstitch there and then go up and do some backstitch free sky, which is just the same colours but a bit darker. It is really relaxing to work with the blue. So after 3 hours and 10 minutes, this is where we are at. We have a bit of a wave and some rock. So if I compare with the picture, we are around about here. So it's not looking too bad. Hello, you. It is a bit harder to count than I expected, so I am having to mark the pattern because there's just a lot of the same shades. But I'm really tired. As you know, I woke up very early and was very tired then even, so I haven't napped really. So it's probably time for bed, and then tomorrow, new project. So it is Friday, and I'm about to start Sea Stories by Andriana. And this is the middle. Actually, I thought the middle would be somewhere around here, but the middle is on the blue book. So I will be focusing on trying to get a lot of, well, pretty much the whole of the blue book done today. We'll see, because it's already, see if it works this time. Yay, but no. It's already 2:20 p.m. And as you can see, I haven't started stitching yet because we have been playing Resident Evil 8, which is a video game with a bit of a like horror ambience and like a puzzle, like you solve puzzles to unlock areas. So it's really fun, I really enjoy it. I don't play because it's too scary for me, I would panic. But yeah, so it's time to start cross stitching. And as you can see, we've kept with the theme of Lighthouse, but this one is a lot more colourful than the previous. I'm also using Q-snaps. This is the first time I've used the 6x6, which I actually bought for Dimensions Gold Petites before I decided that scroll frames were the way forward for petites. If I ever do 2 petites at the same time, so I'll probably bring these out, but I felt like they were a good size for doing a book, maybe. We'll see. All right, let's get started. So this is what 2 hours and 50 minutes will bring you. I decided to do the back stitching on the book and also the 2 French knots. I know that might be a trouble in the future, but I really wanted to see what they look like. The charting is reasonable, for sure. Sorry, I've just spotted a stitch that I need to jab. The threads are a bit odd. So the threads are variable in thickness. They're kind of like linen, you know, they're thin and then they're thick. They're definitely not DMC. They feel a bit more like acrylic. But they are stitching up really well. I think it looks really good. And except for the fact that I've just impaled it with a stake, I almost finished my book, which was, as you know, my goal. I just needed to do quite a lot of different colours here for the pages. Unfortunately, I didn't get that far. This back stitch, by the way, I don't know if you can see, but it isn't on the, isn't always in a hole. So for example, point with my other needle, here, this isn't in a hole. And yes, so a lot of these are half stitches, half back stitches. But just give a wonderful effect, so it was worth it. And tomorrow is another new start. This one will be an allotment and it will be on a linen. It'll be on the same linen, of course, that I did the wash back. So I'm looking forward to that. And then on Sunday, really looking forward to getting back to my African lions because it has been a while. And I really like them. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me through this second week of Maynia. I look forward to seeing your comments if you have any. And yeah, thank you. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all of that stuff that you know how to do. And I hope you're having a lovely week. It rained here and it sounded delicious.